And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Watch 54.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson, Ebron caught left side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go! Come on, Zach. Right there, 56. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. On first down, here's Breida. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
49er, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Big Ben, no. 54 Mike. You run. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
2nd and 3. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Hunt. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
On
1st down, it's Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. Green brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Solomon Thomas just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a give coming right is Breida. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They're able to haul it in as Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Right there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Delano Hill. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try the right side. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Flushed out right. Finding Green complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Mike 54. Got it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to let it go. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he'll find Hall. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do with this look.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
I'm on. Bang out.
They run right side with Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's complete to Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Wilson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hunt, trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got Green. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Kenna Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike.
Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Break. 54
On 1st down, Wilson. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
56, let's go one more.
2nd and 9 now. Looking deep downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, Green with a catch left side. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting a ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.